Mariner Weekly, here we are, 5-1 homestand, Kevin. Last week, oh my God. Kevin, I think right now I'm going to actually start learning a new language, Kevin. Do you know what I'm going to learn?
No.
French. Because French to me is now
Uh,
Thai France. Oh my goodness. I want to learn how to say MVP in France or French. That's what I would like to hear, Kevin.
all right, you can say that.
I, it's too early. I know Kevin. Kevin says it's too early. If you guys don't agree with me, if you can start chanting MVP right now, drop that in the comment section. If you're still with Kevin and want to see some proof, man, I tell you, stay with the doubters. It's MVP all the way. French toast, French dressing, all the way with Thai France. Kevin, what did you think
Yeah.
about this homestand?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's an amazing homestand. I mean, we're 10-6, first in our division.
Mm-hmm.
We're just killing it. You know, right now, who is the MVP of the Mariners? Could it be? I mean, it's probably Ty France, but
Mm.
JP's been playing lights out.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Ty. Congratulations, first and foremost, for being named American League Co-Player of the Week. He
Yes.
went 13 for 26, 500 batting average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, a 1436 OPS. He is also leading the major leagues in hits with 24 and total bases with 42. He is killing it. But we knew that going into the season. We knew that last year. So I've been a fan ever since we picked him up in the trade in 2020. Could not be more excited for Ty France and just unbelievable. He is he is steady Eddie. I mean, he is the man. I mean, him, Mitch Haniger, when he comes back tomorrow, and then you got J.P. Crawford,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Frazier's doing well, Gino's starting to hit,
Mm-hmm.
Winker's starting to do a little bit better, Julio's doing better. I mean, this is Toro's doing better. This is an exciting club, absolutely exciting club.
I tell you, do you buy into the comparisons between Ty France and Edgar? That's some of what I've been hearing this week is that he is reminiscent of Edgar Martinez, just the way his approach is, the way he swings the bat. Kevin, what do you think about that?
Boy, that's a hard comparison, man.
Hmm.
Edgar was so good for so long and just the ultimate pro. In his early part of the career, yeah, I think he could be, but to be able to sustain it as long as Edgar did, that's just an unbelievable thing. And I hope he does. I really do because,
Right.
man, I could be a huge Ty France fan for a long, long time. So
It's amazing, Kevin, that we have made it this far in the video. We've only talked about the offense. Our pitching staff again is just pitching. We keep saying lights out and electric and all those different kinds of positive
yeah,
things, but there's not much else you can say. I mean, the starting rotation, even if they've had a bad start, then they follow it up with a good start. You got Logan Gilbert, who's what is just absolutely nuts how good this guy is in his second year. Robbie Ray is consistent. Yeah, wow. Not much
well,
about it I can say about them.
yeah. Even though Marco's still struggling a little bit, I'm telling you, Chris Flexen's last game at home, his last start was just outstanding. Just an unbelievable job. And, I couldn't be more than happy for him. And then today, well, Logan's got a 0.40 ERA right now. So that
Wow.
tells you how well Logan's doing. Well, let's talk about the M's overall. I mean, they are ranked number 5 in team ERA in all of
Mm-hmm.
baseball with a 290 ERA, and that includes bullpen and starters. Then you have they're number 11 in batting average. Who would ever thought the Mariners would be number 11? They have a 239 batting average. I don't know what it is now after today's game. Then also they're number one in walks with 77 walks, and that's not including today's game as well. And the next place team was, the Padres at 68. And they are also tied with number 5 with the Astros and the Dodgers in home runs with 18. And that was before today too. So
And I think one of the things that people pointed to last season is how many one-run games or we were winning with a run differential that was negative. And this season, it's not that way. We are winning games. We're winning them legitimately. Even if didn't win the game, we're not losing by a landslide. I can't think of a game that we lost, by one or more than 1 or 2 runs. To me, that is exactly the recipe for continued success. I can't emphasize how more important the walks are. How many pitches. I listened to an at bat today in the Rays game with Jesse Winker. Even though he struck out, okay, he took I think it was 11 or 12 pitches. Man, that is just brutal on a pitcher to go 11, 12, 13 pitches and still not get a guy out. That all that's going to do is it's going to put pressure on the bullpen. It's going to put pressure on the starting pitching. Sorry, Kevin, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I was just going to say, I even got a call from my friend Dave here and telling me he's having a heart attack off the game on Sunday. I mean, it's more intense than anything he's seen in a long time. So,
Yeah.
It's just been a lot of fun. And also the power rankings from MLB has the Mariners at number 10, and that they went from 15 to 10 last week. And then CBS has them at number 6, and the Bleacher Report has them at number 7.
Time out, Kevin. CBS said something nice about the Seattle team. What is going on? There is chaos.
Okay, it's the Mariners, not the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. Man, I tell you, they must have different writers for the MLB versus NFL.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Well, Kevin, we can sit here and we can talk about all the greatness that is the Seattle Mariners, and we want to continue to have that continued success, but we have to have continued success in all levels of our baseball organization. So, Kevin, are you ready to take a trip through the minors?
I am.
All right, Kevin, let's start out in Tacoma. What is going on with our Rainiers? Did they go 5-1?
No, they went 1-5.
Oh,
and they are still in last place. Let's just put it this way: poor pitching, poor hitting. They are last in their division in the Pacific Coast League with a 7.05 ERA, a team ERA. They are 9th in their division in batting average at 234. So yeah, it's not looking good for the Rainiers. Nobody's pitching solid, nobody's hitting solid, so that's all we got.
Wow. The ray of sunshine that was Kevin is not there anymore when he's talking about your Tacoma Rainiers. All right, Kevin, let's go down south to the Arkansas, and maybe we have a better report from Arkansas.
Yeah, the Travelers this week, they went 4 wins, 3 losses. They won today at 10-4.
Oh,
they're 9-7 in their division and in second place. Let's just talk about it. I mean, we've mentioned it every week. It's all about pitching in Arkansas. I mean, George Kirby is now 2-0 with a 1.37 ERA.
Levi?
Pitching 4 games, he's got 25 Ks. Levi Stout's 2-1 with a 2.35 ERA or 2.25 ERA, and I think he's pitching tomorrow. George won the game today, and then so Levi's pitching tomorrow, and Levi's got 18 Ks. Tyler Dollard, he's got a 0.00 ERA still. Now he's only pitched 8 innings, and he's got 4 walks, 8 Ks. But unbelievable. I mean, it's just all about starting pitching down in Arkansas.
All right. Kevin, let's head back up to Pacific Northwest and tell me about them Everett Aqua Sox. How are we doing there?
Well, they won 2 games last week and lost 5. They
Oh,
are last place in their division at 5-10. They lost today to the dreaded Spokane. You know,
oh
that's all I
boy.
have to say about that one.
Oof.
I don't I don't I don't root for Spokane at all because they used to be the Texas Farmhands. Now they're Colorado, but still. But let's talk about Isaiah Campbell again. He's
Yeah.
pitched in 4 games. He's 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA, 9 Ks. And then catcher Charles Welch, who was the 17th round draft pick in last year's draft, is currently batting 321.
Mm.
Um, he's had 3 home runs, 9 walks. He's got a 486 OBP, 750 slugging, and a 1236 OPS.
That's a
He's looking
17th
good.
rounder. Wow. Nice.
17th round.
All right, Kevin, let's head south to the Nuts. What's going on with Modesto?
Well, the Nuts had 3 wins, 3 losses. They're 6-9, currently in third place in their division out of 4 teams, so it's
Hmm?
not exciting. However, they got a pitcher who his name is Joe Hernandez or Joseph Hernandez, however you want to say it. He's 1-0 with a 2.79 or 2.77 ER, excuse me, and 5 walks, 5 hit batters, and 19 Ks.
He's a
I like to
plug-in
hit batters,
machine.
if you're gonna, instead of walking them, might as well hit them. So
Right. There's less pitches that way.
exactly. And then you got first baseman Robert Perez batting 298, 406 OBP, 596 slugging, and a 1.002 OPS, 5 home runs and 13 walks. So
Kevin,
some good stuff.
I'm starting to see a reversal from last year where, we weren't always excited about the big league team, but man, I tell you what, our farm system was going nuts. So far
Yeah.
this season, we're just our farm system's limping along and getting back into shape. So hopefully some good things happen. Kevin, any final words on the farm system or the big league team?
No, I think the farm system's doing good. I mean, except for Tacoma is struggling. They just don't have the pitching. Or the bats haven't come alive yet. The Travelers pitching are just phenomenal. Their bats are decent. They're not incredible, but they're decent. And then I actually think the Aqua Sox are kind of going to turn it around a little bit.
Mm.
But that's a tough division they're in. I mean, there's some good teams, and then you never know what you're going to get with Nuts. So
You just never know what you're going to get with the Nuts, Kevin.
it's kind of nuts down there. So
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that statement, I would be a rich man today. All right, Kevin.
exactly.
Well, if you like what we got out here today, make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give it that thumbs down. It's completely up to you. Make sure that you guys are hitting that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and as always, make sure you drop some emails, comments. Let us know what you like, what you're hearing, what you're thinking, because that's how we make things better. If
That's
I ain't
it.
got anything else to say, Kevin, what are the 2 words we're going to send them off with?
Go Mariners.
Peace out.